America. Oh yeah. Welcome back to game 3, ladies and gentlemen, of our best of 3 between EmpireviOLet and Complexity's Hearts from the MLG Winter Championship at Columbus, Ohio. We do have EmpireviOLet spawning in the bottom right, map Tal'darim altar. In the top right corner, our Terran player, the blue, Mr. Complexity's Heart. Actually, I guess it would be Complexity's Mr. Heart. And so, we will have our third of 3 games played out. This is from the pool play. I did check it out. They were in Pool C together, Heart and Violet, on the second day of the tournament. And, well, they're both Koreans. I'm sure they know each other well. Look at that waterfall. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I hear running water like that, it kind of makes me happy to use the bathroom. Just a little bit. So I'm not going to stare at that for too long. And, well, what are we going to see here? We see a supply depot and some drones. And, yes, well, Violet's been on a tear of late. This is actually what I'm casting this in May. And, well, he just won the Spring Arena #2. Quite a boss he is. He's doing really well. Did fairly well in this tournament, and I think he did well in the first Spring Arena. I cannot remember. Do see reaction gas. I'm sorry, barracks gas, which leads me to believe reaction Hellion opening is typical TVZ. Now, Hart is scouting with these Ovies. Does know it's going to be either cross or up far into his right. And now the question is, see the ramp, from this ramp over straight down to Violet's base, it's kind of a direct shot, and you can get to this ledge here to siege up on the third. But I think, if I'm not wrong, the distance from this side is actually even closer. This is from the bottom left base to the bottom right base is a very short rush distance. It's good for Terran, TVZ. You can use tanks to siege up on that ledge. Being farther away on this side of the map, that abusive option is not really as existent for Heart. It gives Violet a little bit more free range in the mid game. Doesn't have to worry about those quick tank pushes. Not an expert. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And we do have gas. We're going to see how much gas Violet pulls out, if he goes for just speed or if he's going to go for roaches. We do have the reaction Hellion opening coming up from Violet. And the little Overlord's sitting here, waiting to get a scout. He does see the wall off. Did not catch the factory or the reaction. And we have a bunker rush. One Marine and an SCV. Trying to get a reaction out of Violet. Violet gives everybody he is, waits for the 2 lanes to pop. Really in no danger. Actually, he made 6 lanes. That's something he did in all 3 games, is 6 lanes early on. He did that consistently. This is the 3rd game in a row I've seen him do that. Making the roach 1. Staying in play. Now, I'm not sure what he's going for. In game 1, he did lose to a Marauder Hellion SCV all in Heart, going the same standard build that he went this game. Reacted poorly to that, whereas usually if you have wings and roaches and spines, you should be able to hold all in all. Now a Tech Lab and a Starport, you're gonna see Banshees. Most likely, maybe not. It could be a trick. It could be a trap. Yes. Second CCU, see the expansion coming down. 4 Violet, 5 roaches. This is Violet's standard play in this series. Is there's 5 roaches. He did. What was the game? I don't know if it was against Heart or someone else. I watched Violet did this, but instead of building 5, he built, I think it was 12 roaches and pushed with Lings. Broke the Terran and did win the game. But with 5, he's throwing up behind it, speed all the way. It's going to be just take map control, force the Hellions out, keep his base defended, drone up behind it. We will see, looks like, you know, a Marine tank play behind the Banshee. Reaction Marines and the Siege tank. CC about to finish. Approaches doing some damage. Not a whole lot. It's about even. He's actually on the mule. Well, it's actually going to be ahead of the turn for a little bit. Does get a supply depot though. Very nice pick off. Nice micro. He's going to just at least, yeah. Pretty much all of them. They will all die. Getting drawn up behind him. Interesting move. Sacrificing the roaches like that. Let's see the tank. He knows the Banshee's out. Just going for an Evo chamber. 10 drones. It's going to make a lot of drones. If we check the income tab, it's now 12. Drone advantage for Violet. Lair on the way. Tank popping. Second gas going down. In the main for Heart. Taking his expansion. Throw up a little bit of a wall here. We do see, looks like Marine tank with some Marauders and Hellions. Don't know if he's going to produce any more Marauders or Hellions. Second racks on the way. Likely swap that with a starport to get stim. And let's check it out. Double Evo chamber. See some upgrades coming from Violet. He did drone up fairly heavily. He's up by what now 13. It's pretty close, so it's not as big of a lead as you sometimes see. 16 lings. Okay. Lair about to pop. And the Baneling nest on the way. Now we do have siege mode started by Heart. It is just beginning though. It's going to take a while to finish. And some more drones. I'll just see what Violet does here. If he wants to try and bust. I'm guessing no. He's going for a Spire to get some mutas, maybe. I'm gonna do some harassment with those and have the lings just, you know, to take over the map, make sure there aren't any ninja bases, and see what his opponent's like. No, not quite there. He lost a few lings. Trying to poke at the front to see what's going on, and there is gonna be a push here, a little 2-tank push. Marines, SCVs, and crawlers in the way in response. A couple lings. He might see what kind of damage he does. It's gonna be a ways till his fire pops. Alright, the Ling run by does no damage. The eBay blocked it off pretty well. Let's see what that kind of damage Heart does here. This is a scary looking push. Now we have 28 lings on the way. This one Banshee the Spire about to pop. But we have some lings. It's going to cut into the meter production. But we don't even see it. I don't know if we'll make any meters. If it does, it's do a 5. 6. And buffers going down. 4 meters in there. This is going to be tough to hold. This is what I was talking about. It's kind of sieging up over buffers. Obviously, the longer route is the spawn pushes, but still able to do a lot of damage. The Banshee's not even top the high ground. Very nice move from Heart. Supplies are about even. Income about even as well. Not a huge differential. We do see 5 more meters on the way with 4 out. And the question is going to be what happens when we have a second push with it. It's just 1 tank though. And a second tank. So 2 tanks to reinforce. We have 1 bunker left. And there's the Banshees. Banshees will die. Alright. Oh, we're just going in. Gonna harass the natural here. Might yet do some damage. He's got to be careful with the Marines here though. He doesn't want to. Okay. I'll take that back. Those Marines died too. It's Violet. He's losing some drone, bossy extractor, and he really has to find a way to deal with these 2 tanks. But he is taking the mineral line out. Really denying all mining at the natural. Putting his opponent on the back foot. Just, you know, just take his time and be patient. And then defend the tanks. He also is not mining. He's natural. Fire from these tanks. He doesn't have a good way to deal with it. He just gotta watch out. Okay. Go through that. Bring this up. Just has to use the big fire. His natives. another push coming, but it's one tank and more Marines streaming in. Okay, now at this point it's fairly even. The income advantage is in Violet's favor, but I don't know that he's going to be able to capitalize on the composition. These Marines with stem tank are just very hard to break. Now here he goes, pulls a couple queens, a lot of mutas. These mutas, though, gotta be careful with the medevacs that are killing the Marines. It's very hard to take out Marines with mutas. Gaining speed on the way, more lings. It's a tough spot. A very even game, could go either way. See if anybody makes a mistake. They're just mining back at the natural for heart. Mutas coming up from the side here, gonna try and do some damage. And you know, you see some more lings on the way. Looks like Violet wants to respond with force. Income-wise, it's definitely an advantage for Heart. He doesn't really. He has that advantage. He can, you know, make a switch into an army to engage Heart, but his harassment so far hasn't done. I mean, he did have that one great attack in the natural, actually, so he has done some good damage. Gonna pick off a tech lab here, which is crucial. That will delay siege tanks, and if you check the unit count, there are only 2 tanks on the field. It's a nice pick off. Okay, well, look at that. What a clutch tech lab. Very quick swap right back into tank production, but it looks like Heart's gonna stick with mostly Marine medevac. We do have an engagement going on. Alright. Banelings are going to hit on the tanks, though. A lot of Marines left over. The Banelings did not connect with the Marines. That's painful. Look at these mutas. How many do we have? What was it, 5? 4? Yeah. 4 left, that's it. And that's a tough spot. Because all these Marines now going to walk in. No Banelings out. 2 morphing. It's not going to be enough. Heart is going to pretty much be able to walk into this force and cause a lot of damage. Use a lot of lanes, very good lanes. That's enough. 2 good. You know, player is going to do the skills, focus the Banelings, and then shred the Marines with, shred the Zerglings with his remaining Marines. Not a whole lot of macro play in this game. We do have +1 weapons about to finish for the Terran. That's the only upgrade, weapon upgrade so far. His natural is back into full force. If we check the income tab, it's closing the gap. Still about 10 workers for Violet. Pushing out with these Wings and Banelings, not going to engage. The tank is sieged. So he's only 1 tank, but with these Marines at +1, and that many Marines, I mean, still has to be wary. He is down in supply by 20. And the army supplies very likely in Heart's favor. Trying to set up a 3rd here, sneaking it in back here rather than by the rocks. He'd have to take the rocks out, and there's a Marine here to scout it. If he can get the 3rd up and running, it will give Violet back into the game. He's not exactly out of it yet, but he is in a bit of a tough spot. He's down 20 supply. He's falling behind in upgrades. +1 armor on the way for the Terran. And the Terran can play 2 base against 2 base. He's just going to be very cost efficient for now. What will we see here? And are we going to see Heart take a 3rd? Probably not, I would guess. I mean, he's pretty comfortable as it is. He will eventually want to take a 3rd, but he could even just push, you know, build a few more tanks and push onto Violet, because this base isn't going to kick in for a while. Hatchery hasn't even popped, and then he's got to transfer drones, and the transfer, if you look the way he has to transfer drones, it's a long route. That's going to take a long time to get mining. And by the time that base kicks in, you see there's 3 tanks. Well, we have a backstab coming. Bling. You to run by. Gonna be happening at the same time as the push. And Violet's natural will do any damage. Gonna connect with some Marines. He is cleaning up, gonna cause some damage, but will it be enough? Let's check the natural. Heart is pushing in, taking out over. Oh, there is nothing here to stop it. 14 Marines, 16 Marines. Well, the Marines, where are they in production? Are they in Violet does not have enough to take out Heart's base. It will go. It's GG. Heart wins. A nice push there. Really several good pushes all game. Good play by Heart. Really, abused the ledge early on. Good composition. Really good defense against the Ling Bling Muta with his Tank Marine combination. And the game 3 goes in Heart's favor. He wins the series. This is from the pool play MLG Winter Championship. And thank you all for tuning in. This is Captain America signing off. Hope you all have a good night.